Good Life. I'm Dean Wilson. So glad you're with us wherever you are. If you're watching us at TVSB here in the Santa Barbara, California area, we welcome you, and so many of you are joining us around the world on the other platforms, including our podcast, which you can search any of the platforms. Anywhere where you find podcasts, you can search Good Life Conversations and you'll find us there. As always, we're brought to you by Bunnin Chevrolet, our friends at Bunnin. We're grateful for them. And I'm really excited about our program today. We are delighted to welcome some recipients, some winners of the Turner Foundation Patty and John Wilson Scholarship Fund, the awardees. We're sitting here in 2023, so we're awarding those scholarships this summer, and we are so excited. The scholarship was named in honor of Patty and John Wilson, who gave decades and are still giving. They've given decades of years of service to the foundation and really built the foundation into what it is, and so we're so grateful. And this scholarship fund is a really powerful thing that's emerged over the last several years. We've got to meet some fantastic young people. If you don't feel good about the future, you should watch this show because you might feel good about it afterwards. There's just been some fantastic young people we've been introduced to, and so we're excited to celebrate them. We're excited to support them, and so that's what we're doing today. I'm really excited about having Emma Baltadano with me. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you were a Santa Barbara High School graduate.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like your experience there, first of all, at Santa Barbara High?
I had a really good time. I was on the dance team my senior year.
Oh, really?
So I got to really get into like school spirit and performed at like football games, basketball games. So I would say I had a really good time.
Yeah, and now did you know you wanted to go to UC Santa Cruz?
I didn't.
You didn't know?
It was one of those things where I applied to, because they let you apply to 4 UCs for free. And that was just one of them where I was like, why not? Like, I'm just going to go ahead and apply to it. And when I got like accepted there, I was like, okay, like, let me think about it. And I mean, eventually it did. I like saw the campus online, and with my AVID class, we took a field trip, and I think that really solidified it, that I wanted to be there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
The redwoods and the beach.
Yes.
You got everything right there. So tell us a little bit about your experience there.
Yeah, well, I just finished my first year, and it's been going really well, honestly. Like, I've been meeting a lot of new people, taking some classes that I didn't think I would take, honestly. Like, I took a class on the history of monsters, and I never would have thought that I'd be taking that class, but it was pretty cool. And then I got a job on campus at the Women's Center. So I've had a really good time because we put on a lot of events where we provide like free menstrual products and things like that. So I think I've just been kind of figuring out who I am during my time there. I've been going to some like pop-ups around there, like kind of figuring out what the vibe is and just making connections.
That's so great. And talk about your high school journey a little bit, and kind of what are some things that you learned about yourself or learned about life or anything in that season that set you up to win this scholarship and then go on?
I think I realized that I need to be a little bit more open to people. I can't just be like in my own little mysterious bubble. Like, it's okay to talk to people. It's okay to let people in and just ask for help when you need it, because I did have to ask for some help when I started applying for colleges, and it was a little scary because I'm not really used to asking for help. But had I not had asked for help, I wouldn't be there right now. So I think that really helped me, because once I got to college, I felt more comfortable in reaching out to other people when I needed it, and like going to like office hours and things like that. So I would say that was probably the biggest thing, especially that summer transition from like finishing high school and preparing to move. I think that was the biggest thing I worked on.
Okay, that's a good lesson for all of us. You talk about this one particular program in Santa Cruz, Barrios Unidos. Is that why did that catch your eye in terms of what they do and being involved with it?
Yeah, I mean, I had never heard of them until I saw a flyer that they were having like a Mexican Independence Day celebration. And I wanted to vend because I have like my own little online shop where I make like crafts and stuff. And so I applied, and it was literally the day after I'd move in. So it was,
Really?
yeah, it was like really fast paced. But I applied anyways, and they let me in, and so I went there. The second day I moved in, I was there at the event, and I got to meet the founder, who I believe his name is Alejandro, and I really got to speak with him and his mission on advocating for people who were formerly incarcerated or people incarcerated now. And that's like a subject close to home because both of my parents are formerly incarcerated, and so it's been seeing their struggles. I know how much support is needed transitioning from a place like that back into society, and I really like their mission because
Yeah.
there's a similar program here in Santa Barbara that both of my parents benefited from. I don't know the name, but it reminded me of Barrios Unidos.
Like a reentry, Santa Barbara reentry project. I
Yeah.
think I've met those folks. But yeah, what an amazing thing. So I mean, because of your life experience, there's something in your heart that is drawn towards helping in that specific area.
Yes.
I think that's so amazing when that happens. You know, it's where out of something difficult, something good can emerge. It's I've seen that happen in various people or in various walks of life where they end up finding their calling, their passion, their thing because of something that was very difficult at the time, but that never would have happened. You could end up, let's say you got involved with some kind of a reentry project of some sort or that work. You could end up helping dozens, hundreds, thousands of folks that never would have been helped by you had you not gone through that. Isn't that? I think that's a powerful thing.
I mean, it's almost like everything happened for a reason.
Yeah,
I would
almost.
say.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, just having that experience, I think that's something I'd really like to work in the future.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I'm headed.
I love it. Yeah, I was going to ask. That was going to be my next question. Kind of where do you think you're headed? So you think some kind of a service
I think
vocation?
yes. Either that, like some type of a, not specifically a teacher, but some type of person that can help teach others things that they may not know or help them achieve or get to the knowledge that they need. Whether that be in like the education field or just helping in reentry programs, like something around those lines.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what happens. And then just real quick, we only have a minute. One of your favorite authors, Reina Grande.
Yes,
You got a chance to meet.
I did.
What happened?
We had dinner.
Did you really?
It was insane. Like I still feel like it didn't happen, but I just kind of got to talk to her. She actually came up to me and was asking me about like how am I enjoying my first year on campus, and I mean I just told her like I love your work, I love your books, like I've read them all. And she gave me a copy of her newest one and like signed it to me. It was like
wow.
so surreal, but I think it was just meeting someone who has gone through so many hardships and also a graduate from UC Santa Cruz. And since I'm almost on the same path as her now, I mean, just seeing her and in person, it was just like really inspiring to me.
Oh, great. That's so great. So last question, how'd you do in the history of monsters class?
I did well. I passed with a B.
Okay, good. I would have liked that one, I think. I wasn't much of a, I didn't have really a big thing for academia per se, but history of monsters, I think I could have done that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Next up is David Pacheco. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Oh, it's so fun. I was reading all about you and loved what you've written and for the scholarship, and I love your story in particular. But just tell us where you are right now and kind of what the fall looks like and where you're headed.
So I recently just graduated from Allen Hancock College. So I got my associates for transfer in science, and I'm gonna start in the fall at UC Santa Barbara. We'll be majoring in economics.
Economics.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Are you excited?
A little scared from what I've heard, but I'm excited.
Oh, you're going to do great.
Yeah, I love the challenges.
Yeah. No, and where did you go to high school again?
I went to Pioneer Valley in Santa Maria.
Pioneer Valley. Okay. And so how was the experience at Hancock for you?
Surprisingly, at first going in, I was a little doubtful about it, just because I saw my friends going to 4 years right away. But once I got there, it was really cool. I got to meet a lot of new people. It really broke me out of my shell, so I started forming study groups, and I took the hardest class there, calculus, and
Ooh.
yeah, it was calculus with applications, so more focused on business. And I was scared, but I ended up passing with an A. I got 101
Did
out of
you
100 on the
really?
final, and they offered me a job as a peer mentor the next semester, which I took.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You're smart.
I've heard that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
God, I can't even spell calculus. I love your story about being the oldest sibling, for one thing, just in terms of expectations and kind of how that affected you. So talk a little bit about growing up. I know you have great respect for your mother, and she came to the United States at a young age. Talk a little about your family and growing up.
Yeah, so my mom is an immigrant from Mexico. She moved here when she was roughly around like 5 years old, so she had to learn the language. Picked up on it pretty quickly. So now she's fluent in both languages. But just growing up, it was a little bit hard, just because, as I mentioned, throughout the application process, it was a family of 5, so it's my parents, myself, and 2 younger siblings, a brother and a sister. And we all shared one bedroom. And the crazy thing is, I remember one day, I was at school and I told some friends to come over. And I mentioned, I was like, yeah, I have my own bedroom. It's in the closet. So just like a little closet with like a little bed and just like a little like TV monitor. And I was like, yeah, you guys could come over, have like a little like Game Boy we could play on. And they're like, oh yeah, like how big's your bedroom? I told them, oh, it's in the closet. And they looked at me like weird. I was like, why are they like looking at me like this? So I went home that day. I was like, is it weird to have a bedroom in the closet? And then like they just like looked at me like, well, not all kids have that. But I don't know. Some people may say like it was a bad childhood, but to me, it kind of impacted the way that I think today, and it just made me more humble and just grateful for everything that I have now. So just being able to have my own bedroom now and just being able to even work, have my own money now, like it's just like a blessing now. But yeah, my parents work. My dad currently works 2 jobs still. My mom and my dad would both drop us off at my grandma's house every morning, 4 in the morning, to go work. But everything shaped me into the person I am today. I'm just grateful for everything.
And your parents, they both worked.
Yes. Yeah, they would both work early
So you
mornings.
grew up with seeing hard work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rubbed off on me.
So 5 of you in a 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cozy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but yeah, you probably. I mean, my guess is that you probably learned more from that experience of having 2 hardworking parents with humble beginnings. That is going to really help you in your long term, is my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You smile a lot.
Yeah.
Why do you smile?
Someone just always, I forget where I heard it from, but someone just said when you smile a lot, it's contagious and it just makes like the atmosphere better.
Well, I'm smiling now.
Yeah.
It's true. One of my mentors said, Dean, smile and make them wonder what you're up to. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
And you also talked about your uncles.
Yeah, so my uncles as well, they migrated here at the same time that my mom did, but they were a little bit older. And same thing for them, they started their own businesses from the ground up. So one of my uncles owns a soccer store located in Santa Maria, and my other uncle owns multiple organizations. So he owns soccer stores and he owns a club. He owns one club in Oxnard, it's called Ruby's. And that just kind of inspired me because I want to own my own business one day. I'm not sure in what area yet, but I know I want to start a business from the ground up as well. But it was just, I don't know, it was inspiring me to see that they came here and they made a better life for themselves, and they really are living the American dream.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hard work, showing up is a big part of it.
Yeah.
You have great models in your parents and your uncles. So I'm going to say it on camera. This guy's going to be very successful owning his own business. So now we have it on camera. So someday we can come back and you can say, see? And I'll say, see, I told you. You're going to. I can tell you that right now. It doesn't, it doesn't really even matter specifically what the business is. If you have passion and you work hard, you end up, I think you just end up outlasting a lot of people who aren't willing to do what it takes. Willing to get up at 4 a.m. like your parents did. drop
will.
your kids off at grandma's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you learned that, which is just, that's precious. That's, your parents did a wonderful job. You're working 2 jobs.
Yes. I was, but now I'm just working one. I was working 2. It was the peer mentor that I mentioned, and I'm also working as a stalker at a store called Didi's. So now I'm just working at Didi's, just doing that for right now, but I am going to transfer to get a job here when I move out to Santa Barbara. But yeah.
Man, I'm so excited about your future.
Thank you.
Yeah, I congratulations on the scholarship.
Thank you.
And yeah, really bright things are ahead for you. I can sense it.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Wow, the hardworking man with the easy smile, David Pacheco. And our next recipient is Brenda Razzo. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
congratulations, and congratulations on this new adventure that you've embarked on, which I loved reading about.
Thank
and
you.
loved reading your story. Take us back to kind of what happened in the pandemic for you, and kind of what it's led to.
Wow, so I know for many the pandemic was an unfortunate thing. I actually was able to turn that around and took the opportunity to make a lot of changes in my home, in my lifestyle, and kind of take a good look at myself and my life. I am the mother of 4 young men, and I said, you know, I really wanted to go back to school. And I took that opportunity to, you know, do a big inventory in my home and see where I could start and start reaching out of my resources. I live down the street from City College, so, you know, that was a big blessing. And you know, and I just decided to take the steps to just move forward.
And I'm sure you haven't regretted it.
I haven't. It was scary. It was very, very scary. And the first thought was I reached out to the colleges of law first, because that's been on my mind for so many years. I've been wanting to be a lawyer, or, you know, just I know I have the passion. That's where my passion is. And, you know, they gave me the instructions. You need an associate, so call Santa Barbara City College, and I did. And one of my mentors told me about an amazing program at SBCC called EOPS. It's the Extended Opportunity Programs and Services. And they help with individuals with various stages of their life. Mine is low income, single parent. And without them, I don't think I would be here. But yeah, they helped me go back to school and just provided me so many services, and to take this next challenge. I mean, going in there after 20 years of school was a bit challenging. It was very, very different, yes.
I love it. What a brave step for you.
Thanks.
I mean, I know you've overcome, and you've just decided. I mean, which I think that's so brave. How are the 4 boys?
They're doing great. You know, they thought Mom's going back to school. It was kind of weird for them, you know, and then they started seeing, you know, they didn't know if it was going to be permanent or not. I didn't know if it was going to be permanent. I didn't know. I wanted to give up every semester, and I didn't. I just moved forward, and, you know, they were saying Mom's doing it. And it was just like, wow, you know, and all the changes that were happening in my home. And I'm a big part of the recovery community in Santa Barbara, and a lot of different programs have been of service for my children and myself, that it was just, it's been amazing for all of us. And, you know, every day that we see everything that it's changing and that we have, it's a lot of work. It has not come easy. But my kids are just, I mean, they're more than grateful. They probably don't show it because they're younger,
Right.
but they are, you know. And I think I've sparked a few things in them on going back to school and what is it that they want. And then I'm changing my lifestyle and work too. I went a totally different direction, and I'm working in a different type of business right now, that it's sparking them up in so many different ways too.
It's so great. They're watching.
Yeah.
For sure.
Most definitely, yeah.
And so do you still think law is what you want to do?
Yes, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
what is it about the law that interested you?
You know, for me, there was a lot of circumstances that happened to me as a child, as a young adult, as, you know, as a single parent, and, you know, things happen. and we move forward. And when I started thinking about going into law, I said, well, I want to become a prosecutor. And just my first semester, I got to meet these three amazing AJ professors at City College, and they really opened up the doors to the criminal justice system. And my idea went from prosecuting to defense attorney, and just seeing all the ways that I'm going to be able to help somebody, and to understand, to be able to defend somebody in a different way. I come from a way that I'm going to be able to understand somebody, with all my experiences that I've gone through in life. And being part of a certain community in Santa Barbara, and just being out and about, and being part of so many things, I'm able to resonate with a lot of people and be able to say, I understand you, I know where you're coming from, so let's do this.
And you can't get that unless you went through it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you can't read that in a book.
Nope, not at all.
Right.
So it's definitely refining my skills. I'm bringing in real life experiences, and not just something that we're learning in the courses.
How powerful. Yeah, well, that's an amazing opportunity.
Thanks.
And so have your friends, like, what have your friends and family kind of said about these changes? Like, how has that been received?
You know, they make jokes like, what happened to you? You know, it went from, just even my health. You know, I adopted so many different ways of living. I'm a cyclist. I'm part of so many different things now. And so they're just like, just keep moving forward. They're so supportive, and that's one of the biggest things that they said. We always used to tell you, you should go into a career like that. So now that they're seeing all the hard work that I'm putting into it, I have the best support team ever.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you look happy to me.
Thanks.
Yeah, which is great.
Yes.
Freedom is a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations. I mean, not just on the school part, but on the whole thing.
Yes.
It seems very exciting to think about the future, I'm sure, at this point, for you and the boys.
Yeah. It went from UCSB to UCLA now. And just seeing UCLA coming up in September, my kids are ecstatic. I'm ecstatic.
It's so great.
You know, so it's going to be a lot of work, but it's well worth it. Well worth it.
Well, if you can raise 4 boys, you can probably do anything.
Yeah.
So that's the good news.
Thank
Well,
you.
congratulations.
Thanks.
That's fantastic. So thanks for joining us. This has been a fantastic show to learn about these 3 incredible young people. It's such a joy for us at the Turner Foundation to be able to award the Patty and John Wilson scholarships every year. If you ever want to be part of it, then we have a committee you can give, but we'd love to have you a part of it. And it's a special thing. It's a special opportunity really to blow wind in the sails of some really, really wonderful people. So hope you'll get involved. And we thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.